You are listening and watching to a very special podcast. Shall we continue? Let's do it. Briar and the others looked around in this area. Nothing. However, they saw soldiers were looking about. They seemed a bit frightened. That's when a vase broke. Briar managed to tell the others, "Stand still, okay? Don't make any other movement." So they waited. But, alas, nothing happened. Then there was a maniacal giggle. They all looked around. The soldiers were scared, crying out who was there. But then there was a girlish voice that appeared. And then there was a young teen girl who had a bit of politeness and sweetness in her voice, but there was something sinister about her. It wasn't until this creepy girl managed to use her powers to try and tear off their limbs. The soldiers were screaming in pain. Briar and the others watched in terror as that girl was laughing hysterically, as this was the most funniest thing to her. But it seemed as if the girl wasn't going to let them down easily. One of the soldiers managed to croak out, "Who are you?" And the girl said, "I am the darkness within. I am your greatest fear. And I am what you made me." It wasn't until the girl killed all the soldiers. And she laughed about it, but she said something strange, and for a moment she looked vulnerable. But then she took notice of Briar and the others and greeted them, especially Shinoa and you. To Shinoa, she said, "Hello, Shinoa. It's so nice to finally meet you." And then to you, she said with ecstatic, "Yuichiro Hyakuya, at last we meet." She became quite creepy towards you, making references that were quite innuendo. You was getting freaked out and tried to push her away, but that angered the girl. Then Briar cried out, "Run! Get out of here, now!" "Where are we going?" Mitsuba demanded. "Away from here and her." So they ran for the hills, and they managed to get away. Once they did, they realized how much they saw that was such a grisly sight that stayed with them. Once they managed to get away, they managed to hide. But Briar had to ask them about what was going on and should they contact the Japanese Imperial Army. But poor Shinoa bowed her head a little, looking ashamed. Briar was curious. She asked what was the matter. That's when Shanoa broke down a little. That area we took you to, that wasn't where the Moon Demon Company was. What do you mean? Briar said. Shanoa managed to maintain her composure. That place that we took you to, that was just a building that nobody even used. That's why there was nobody in there. We made up that lie. We wanted to tell you that we're not part of the Moon Demon Company anymore. You're not? Why? That's when Shanoa and the others had to explain everything that had happened. That's when Briar realized her greatest error. That's when she had to confess that she was spying on them, but she was concerned for their safety. She said, "Well, you guys were about 16 years old. I didn't know if you could handle it. So I was just concerned, that's all." Yu was touched by this. "Well, thanks," he said. "Yes, that's quite a wonderful prophet, if I do say so myself," Shanoa said. So that's why? But who were those people?" "Oh, they knew where we were and we were just trying to hide out. I'm really sorry if we deceived you." No, you should have told me. I'm not deceived at all. But I'm not deceived. I understand." "Really? You do?" "Yeah, I understood. Why?" "But it's gonna be okay. We're all gonna be fine. That building seems so empty and it's so quiet. I was wondering." "Yeah, well, sorry about that." No. Now that I understand your situation, oh man, that must have been tough." "I know, we were trying to hide out," Shanoa claimed. "We just wanted to get away. We were afraid of being hunted down." "I understand. Hey, look. If this happened to me, I would have done the same thing. Or anyone else, I would cover them. I'm not gonna let you guys suffer this way. Okay?" "Like you said," Shanoa teased, "you didn't come this far to die, now didn't you?" "Nope. No, I didn't. And neither did any of you. Like I said, I'm not leaving you guys behind. But I realized my gravest error. I forgot. Were there 7 instead of 5? I didn't even see the other 2. That's when you managed to realize something. "You mean Mika? You saw Mika?" "Yeah. Is that what his name was?" "Yeah." "No shit. Really?" "I thought I saw something, but it was moving so swiftly." "So, what are we gonna do now? We have to go back to that one single place, right?" Yeah. Gurren always has to sneak his way to find us. Especially with that one guy, Solo." "Yeah, I know. Solo's a pretty good person. He used to be a soldier back in the day." "Oh, really?" "And also he was a spy. So that's why he's got some pretty intense training. He's really good. Trust me." "Well, I bet he is." That's when Maggie then said, "We're wasting our time. What are we supposed to be doing?" However, Marina said, "Well, I don't know about you, amigos, but I have a feeling that something is about to happen. And I feel as if we should take down the people that have wronged us. And perhaps we might have a little more fun in this." "What are you saying? I never hear you say this, Marina," Briar said. "Well, I've been thinking about it, hearing about it, about your situation. I think maybe we should let the sparks fly. So, my dear friends, let's do something fun." Briar grinned. But she wasn't the only one thinking of this idea. She looked over at you and Kimizuki, who seemed to have these exact identical grins like hers. Mitsuba looked a bit flustered. "I don't know what you're up to, but I'm getting a bad feeling by you guys grinning like that. What's with the creepy grins?" "Well, I think we might adapt to this." Briar realized what Master Fabian once said. "This is going to be a risky mission, so I hope you're prepared." Briar realized he wasn't kidding. This was a risky mission. Damn, these poor kids. Man, being 16, they must have sacrificed a lot. However, Briar laughed a bit and said, "You know, for leaving your own company, or better yet, the Moon Demon Company behind, that's a pretty big risk, isn't it?" "Y'all jokers must be crazy, aren't ya?" "I guess so," Shinoa managed to say. "But enough about that. We have to get away from here." "Right. Let's go." So they managed to get away. However, they seemed to have ran into trouble. But it wasn't the Moon Demon Company. As they were walking through, all of a sudden, Briar and the others look up, and they saw someone of a figure standing over. The figure then leaped down close towards Briar's face a little. Briar was startled, but you managed to figure out who it was. It was a young man with a bit of red at his bangs, a long braid. He wore white and a bit of a smile to his face. He looked over at Briar and said, "Why, hello there." Short pause, and then he blurted out, "Briar, Devlin." Briar's eyes widened with fear. "Oh, crap," she thought. "How does he know my name?" She would soon find out. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Things are really getting more interesting. Anyway, see you next time. Bye.